I think one of the first things we need to think of when we think of lifestyle product photography is relatability. It's not necessarily just in use, but we need to find a way to relate to the consumer. You need to find a way to display the product so that you can create this idea for the consumer. So today I thought I would share 5 tips to improve your product lifestyle photography. But first, we need a product. And my friends at Planet World South Africa sent me Sonos speakers, and oh my word! First of all, what is lifestyle photography? Well, it's in context or in use photography. It's basically displaying it in its most natural form. It's displaying it how you would perceive it as a consumer. So without further ado, the first step would be to use natural light. I feel like the easiest way for you to connect with a consumer, for you to connect with someone that is looking at an image and contemplating if they want to buy a product, is making it feel as natural as possible. Just be careful to not make use of direct natural lighting too much, because some of the shadows can be a bit too harsh for a product, and it's just going to take away from the authenticity of what you're trying to create. The second tip that I want you to focus on is textures and colors. Textures and colors really do make a difference, because if they're relatable to the product, they can enhance the product. They can effortlessly let the product blend into a location and into the image, just kind of like making it feel like it was made for that scenario. And again, the textures and the colors adds to the psychology of the consumer, what the consumer experiences from the first moment that they see the image. Third tip would be to create a vibe, to actually create the idea, to tell the story, to allow the consumer to imagine and envision themselves in that position. The fourth tip would be to make use of negative space. And why it's important to make use of negative space: not only does it just place focus on the product, it allows you to use the actual image differently. Negative space allows for design work and things like call to actions, and just maybe having phrases on the image itself. It just gives you play with that. If you found the content helpful so far, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more content like this, and strike up a conversation. I'd love to know who you are. The fifth tip and the final tip for the day would be to make use of models and props and human body parts in your images. It makes it more relatable for the audience member. It makes it easier for them to not detach themselves from the image and the possibility of having this product. And at the end of the day, being human is what I feel makes you sell at the end of the day. What do you guys think? Just let me know. I would love to find out how people feel about this. At the end of the day, we want to eliminate disconnect. The last thing that you want to do is have your consumer disconnect from the product. But you know what? If they do disconnect from the product, it's just not the consumer for you. But maybe, just maybe, there's like this fine line that just edges you over to, boom, I am sticking to this brand. And that's what I want to do. Cool guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I do appreciate the time. And if you're still watching by this time, be sure to check out this video if you haven't, and check out some of the videos on this playlist. Maybe you can find it helpful or not.